Welcome back as we embark on the final week of the year. So I hope this message finds you surrounded by the warmth of love and the enchantment of the season. As we step into the energy of December 25th to the 31st, a week filled with the spirit of Christmas, the anticipation of bidding farewell to 2023, welcoming in 2024, let's take a collective breath and just savor the beauty of this transformative time. On Christmas Day, may your hearts be aglow with magic of the giving and the receiving, surrounded by love, of family, of friends. And as we approach the countdown to New Year, let's reflect on the journey we've traveled up to this moment and embrace the fresh possibilities that do await us. I'm truly grateful to share this journey with you. So let's infuse the final days of the year with some gratitude, some joy, a sprinkle of cosmic magic. Whether you're indulging in the holiday traditions or quietly reflecting on the year gone by, know that the universe is aligning to make this week a tapestry of positive vibrations just for you. And as we approach this final week of the magical year, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for the beautiful journey we've shared together this year. So I don't know if you were around, but if you were, remember last year's present I prepared for you. The stars were whispering on New Year's Eve, and there I was, finishing up the last of your reports, weaving my magic into the gift for your personal astrology report based on your own natal chart. And the feedback was simply phenomenal. Your stories of how the cosmic alignments work magic and successes into your life. It warmed my soul. So this year I'm thrilled to bring you an even grander offer, okay? For $35, it'll be available on my website. I'll leave the information down below. Dive into this treasure trove. Not only a year of transits, but I'm going to put in the added progressions just for you. So imagine for a moment having this 25-page long detailed report guiding you through the tapestry of your life. And it's not just a report, it's your roadmap to success. It's a personalized guide for perfect timing in all of your endeavors. So we're walking into an 8 energy year, a year that promises financial abundance in our lives. And if that's one of your goals, then this roadmap is a must. And I want you to experience joy and happiness and abundance in your life. That's why I'm here. So as a thank you for your unwavering support, I'm offering you this compass to make 2024 your most successful year yet. I'll leave the details down below. So stay tuned. I'm excited to share my insights, offer a bit of guidance, sprinkle a little extra stardust on your Christmas and New Year's celebration. I'm wishing you joy and a week of magic ahead. Let's go over to the cards, reveal the energy that surrounds you for the week of December the 25th through to the 31st. Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly focus for December the 25th through to the 31st, 2023. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and let's turn to the cards here and find out what they reveal to us about our week ahead. Okay, our underlying energy is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, this is the possibilities of your tomorrow. This is you seeing a broader horizon. This is you understanding, getting the clarity, getting the knowledge, getting the wisdom in order to go forward in some way. You see the broad expansion of your horizon. You know there is so much more out there than what you are grasping at the current moment. Let's see how that plays out with the rest of the cards. Page of Swords, though. Page of Swords, you kind of have to watch this gal, okay? She can bring in serendipity. She can also bring in mass confusion and chaos if we do not think things through before we act on them. This is an energy that makes us do these stupid things in our life. Quite often they end up being stupid because it's the spur of the moment. It is, You just didn't look at it long term. You looked at it short term. Maybe you're getting frustrated with the energy around you. Maybe you just want something to happen, something to go differently than how it's progressing right now. And so you do something, and it usually doesn't turn out as well as we thought it would in our heads, because we don't look at it long term. We don't look how other people may perceive it. We just look at wanting to change the energy in some way. This is a highly spiritual energy. So talking to God, your angels, your guides, the universe, your higher self, having a conversation seemingly with yourself. This is when the aha moments and the epiphanies arrive in our life. Pay attention to your dreams this week, waking and sleeping. The Eight of Swords. Even though we start off with the Knight of Swords, I get this introspection kind of thing here happening, right? Even the Page of Swords, she looks very deep in thought. And then with the Eight of Swords here, well, the Eight of Swords, we think we cannot go forward. We think we are trapped. We think that there's no way to go forward in the way we want. We're trapped. Really, we're trapped. Something's pushing us back. Something's not allowing us to go forward in the way we want. And usually this is our own doing, because it's how we see the world. It's how we see our reality. But for some reason, we understand that our hands are free and we take that blindfold off. And when we take that blindfold off, we see clearly that we could have gone forward this whole time. So whatever remains that unknown presence on why you can't just go to the next level and beyond, why you feel like you're being pushed back every time you try and go forward. It's about backing it up. It's about thinking it through. Once again, it's about thinking it through and coming to realizations and clarity that you can go forward. Maybe not the way you thought you were going to go forward, but you can. And so your perceptions start to shift. They start to move. You start to get the clarity and the understanding of how to actually step into, it could be a relationship. It could be better health. It could be work and career at this point. But in some way, by backing it up a little bit and thinking things through, we get these aha moments. We get these revelations this week. We get these epiphanies. And the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands never has to look over her shoulder when she makes a decision. She thinks it through. She asks the questions. She's like the judge and jury. She wants all the facts on the table before she makes a decision. And then she makes a decision, and she makes a decision that is strong. So strong and so potent that immediately as she starts to work on whatever endeavor she has thought up in her mind, her energy is like lightning. She's a magnet. Everybody wants to be a part of it. They don't even know what it's about, but they just want to be a part of that energy. It looks so alive and so free-formed, and I don't know where free-formed came from, but it looks so free-formed. And she never has to look backwards and say, was this the right move? She looks at things, and then she looks, and there's this logical approach that says, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to start. And that doesn't mean that she just goes fast forward, because she will regroup and think, is this working, is that working, should I put more energy here or over here, should I cut this off, should I do this instead? So there is the constant planning and consideration with her, but she knows she's right in the right path. It's just making the right step, the first step, each and every time. So once again, I get this pulling back kind of energy from you this week. For work, career, we have the Empress. This is giving birth to something. This is creating something. In your job, you could create a new way of doing things that it works better. There's more productivity. There's more a cash flow maybe. There's something that you say, let's tweak it this way, and it works fabulously. And you can only see it through your eyes. Or you're giving birth to a project, a new start in some way. So it could be some kind of project at work that you're doing. It could be that you're looking for creating your own money stream, another source of income. And if that's the case, then you are looking at giving birth to that, creating that. So this is a very creative time for you. This is a time to, pull it back a little bit and dream and think things through and understand what you really want to step into, what you want to create, what you want to manifest, what you want to give birth to. On top of it, this is one of our highest intuitives in the deck. So you'll have that gut feeling working with you, just knowing it's right. Maybe you can't put it in words, but you know it's right, or you know it's really wrong. And she's one of our highest diplomats. So she uses her mind and her heart together to make these decisions. They're well balanced, thought out decisions. For love, relationships, look at this, the Three of Pentacles. It's about work. It's about being in it for the long haul, which we should be in every relationship anyway. So, the ones that are dearest to our heart at least. So it's about showing up and putting in the effort each and every day. It's about doing what needs to be done in order to make that relationship thrive. So it's, if you're not going to do that, then I'm not going to do this. Attitude does not work under this energy, but rather I'm going to get this done, and then I'm going to get this done. I'm going to take care of that now. But more so, it's the giving of your heart. It's about wanting to bring in some joy and some happiness and working on those aspects of the relationship. So maybe you're reigniting the spark here in some way. But it's going to take work, and it's going to take time, and things aren't going to happen because you snapped your finger and wished them so. So it has to be a long-term plan, and you don't want to burn yourself out trying to do all these wonderful things, and they're not even noticing yet, and you're already too tired to do another nice thing. So it's like, oh, I'm done with that. I tried that. It didn't work. But rather do one little thing and then consistently do that one little thing for 30, 60, 90 days. They will start mirroring you back. They will start stepping closer. But it takes hard work, and you create this. You create this path forward. It's your brush strokes here. And maybe you think that they're not even watching you or noticing that you're doing these things, but they are. They may not be saying it aloud, but they are. They're noticing it. They're appreciating it, hopefully, as well. If you meet anybody around this time, this usually indicates that it's a relationship that's going to take a lot of work. So this wouldn't be the best time to go out and find a partner, because there would be a lot of different aspects. There's a lot of baggage, perhaps, in order to move into the direction you want in the relationship. But this is just about rolling up your sleeves and getting to work and doing some of the things that you feel are necessary to put that spark into the relationship, to grow that relationship deeper, to bring in those romantic times, those happy times, those beautiful flowing times. At the beginning of the week, it might be more of a social aspect, but I think that as the week rolls out, really, you're looking more at, and with relationships, you're looking at what isn't working too. You're saying, we've been doing that, and that it just doesn't vibe. Things aren't getting done, or we don't spend enough time together, or whatever it might be. But I think, and I don't think you're talking about it this week. I think that you are working on it, and I think it's more of a mental process for you to pull it back and think it through and understand, being very regiment in your thinking and how it will work out. You're just not going to try something and hope it works. You're going to think about it, you're going to read about it, you're going to investigate it a little bit. Or you're going to think back to a time when, life was different and you did this together and it was always so much fun and it brought you together, and maybe that's something that you're bringing into the picture, but it's hard work going forward. Whatever is happening in your relationships right now, whatever, you want to snap your fingers and make it all different, it's going to take work. It's not going to be, by the end of the week, everything's, roses and rainbows and unicorns trotting by. It's going to take work. And a lot of the time, you're going to feel like maybe you're doing it for nothing, but you're doing it for something. You're doing it for something wonderful. In fact, one of the most beautiful things in the world, you're doing it out of love. Now, this could be a significant other. This could be best friends. This could be somebody you're close to in the community, the workplace, the home and family. Okay, so look at your relationships. And I don't think you're really talking with them about it, but you are understanding what kind of work needs to be done in order to rejuvenate, give that relationship a heartbeat again. Spirituality, we have the Six of Pentacles here. So I would have to say that, meditation, prayer, even quiet contemplation. Look at your relationships. Look at the balance within your relationships. Now, you could do it with, I think it's more the people rather than, I was going to say work and career, but I don't think it's work and career unless it's certain people that you work with hand in hand. This is a card that says you need to understand if the relationship is in balance. And then you need to understand if you are doing all the work or they are doing all the work. And if there's something that you need to do, are you willing to do that? Do you want to do that? Do you want that relationship to flourish? Is it time to put more space between the relationship? Maybe they're the kind of person, they're sweet as pie, but you can never find them when you need them. And boy, they can always find you when they need you, though. It's kind of amazing how it happens. And you love them with all your heart, but is it a fair relationship if that's how it works? No. So is there conversations that need to have? Is there more space that needs to be in place? Maybe they didn't even realize that this is what was happening. Sometimes we forget to look at our relationships from their point of view. And when we do, we see some evidence that maybe we're not stepping up to the plate either. But this is understanding the balance. So through meditation, through prayer, through quiet contemplation, having a talk seemingly with yourself. And talk to God, your angels, your guides, the universe, your higher self. And we have the devil. We have the devil for health and well-being. There's things that just aren't good for you, and you know it. And it's time to drop those habits. It's time to leave those behaviors behind and start out doing something that enhances your life through your habits, your behaviors. In order to have good health, we can't burn the candle at both ends and then expect to be feeling great the next day. Or we can't eat junk food for a week and then expect us to have a clear complexion, right? So there's things that we need to do in order to feel great every day. And maybe you've been pushing yourself in other areas. Maybe you haven't been as conscious as of late, but it's time to let some of that fall away. And I know it's right in this holiday season where everybody's got baked goods out, and how can you say no? You got to be polite. Now this could be too where you've been doing things and you're really not getting anywhere with it, or it really isn't helping you in some way, and you need to change maybe the activity that you're doing. So maybe you've just been walking, maybe do jogging now, maybe join the volleyball team, maybe join the dodgeball team. whatever it might be for you. You know, go bowling instead, right? To get those deep squats going, right? Those knee bends going. Whatever it will take. But this is about letting some of the older habits just kind of stay in the background. Okay, drop away. That was something I did once upon a time, but you know, or if it's not bringing out, you know, I kind of get this is kind of like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. So this is like maybe even, you know, where you decide that you are going to create a brand new you when it comes to physical fitness, when it comes to health and well-being, when it comes to taking care of yourself and making yourself a priority, perhaps turning the focus on you. Maybe you are so busy doing everything for everybody else that you rarely look at you and the time that you need in order to maybe go to the gym or go and do a yoga class or sit in meditation, or you know, there's 1,001 things I could list off here. And maybe it's understanding that you need to be the priority in your life and let the other things, you know, fall away from you. Because if you're not healthy, if you're not good, then how are you ever going to take care of everybody else long term? It's just not a logical step. So you have to take care of you first. Okay, Circle of Doors tarot deck. We'll see what card we get. We get the Justice card. This is 8. So the 8 is usually our strength card. So we'll see what they've written for this one. We will not allow our forgetfulness to fail to meet its consequences, for without remembrance of who we are, we cease to be. Life is dancing in the balance. The highest truth is one of unity, as one family of being, and any fear or doubt of this truth will be transformed into love and faith, one way or another. No one of us acts in isolation from the all. And the weight of every choice must be balanced with the weight of the world. Justice is the poetry of our responsibility to each other. And our laws shape power like the aqueduct taming a raging river. There will be no flawless testimony, no perfect verdict, only the continuing of faith that the grand parade will be allowed to continue for one more day. So ask yourself, what are the unresolved conflicts in your life? And how will you create the most harmonious and beneficial outcomes of any disagreements? Where in your body do you feel what is right and what is wrong? Your affirmations for this week is, I am in harmony with the laws of the universe. I never give up on the pursuit for truth. All actions have consequences. I forgive so that I may be free. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.